Welcome to the Grace Town Podcast. I'm Jonas.
And I'm TNT Don. I'm Mike the Explosive One. Let's crack into another one.
TNT.
Yo.
We're getting to know the host again this week. Not really. We're just doing some random stuff. I got
Dude, I
sheets of
love
questions. Let's go.
Dude, I had so much fun on last episode.
I did too.
I hope that people watched it, man. I loved it.
I almost lost myself. Do you have a favorite terrible joke?
No.
I know you hate bad jokes.
I do.
I have one. This has been my favorite terrible joke since I was a teenager.
Okay.
It goes, ham sandwich walks into a bar. Asks the bartender, "Hey, buddy, you serve food here?" The bartender says no. The ham sandwich leaves.
Yeah. See, you know what it is about bad jokes?
What's that, team?
And that's clever. That's like a clever joke.
I've had many people be like, "I don't get it."
I get it.
Yeah, you got to think about it. If you didn't get it, think about it.
Okay, so look, I do have one, but it's from a movie.
Okay.
I'll tell the joke, see if you can
Is it
remember.
from Fight Club?
No.
Oh.
What? That's a good one too. I like that joke too. I like the joke in there. Catch up. It goes, guy walks into a bar and he's dragging a dead giraffe with him.
Okay.
And he pulls it up, leaving a trail of just like giraffe entrails, sits at the bar and says, "I'll have a drink." The bartender says, "You can't leave that thing lying there." And then he says, "That's not a lion, it's a giraffe." Fuck, I said it wrong. He says, "You can't leave that lion there." Damn it, brother. Either way, and he says it's not a lion, it's a giraffe. You know what it is about bad jokes? Is that I'm bad at telling them.
Well, that's why you hate them, because you're bad at them. Next one.
No, hold on, wait, let's stay with this for one more,
All right,
one
go
more
ahead,
second.
yeah.
Do you ever think you could do like stand-up
Yes.
comedy? Okay, calm down, guy.
1,000%.
Calm down. Just really?
Yes.
Do you feel like you could keep a set together in your head?
I
Have you ever written jokes?
here's the thing.
Yeah,
I don't want to sit down and write jokes.
me either.
And that's the thing. I feel like if I did it and I could do it, once I got up there and started doing it, I could get really natural at it and it would be easier to write jokes. Right now, I have definitely sat and tried to write stand-up comedy stuff before. Everything I write down, I look at and I'm like, that's stupid. The problem is, some of it probably isn't stupid, but everything to me I write on paper is stupid. And I know I'm a funny person. People like in general, my whole life, I have made people laugh without even trying. So I know if I tried, I could probably do okay.
Yeah.
But every time I look at anything, I'm like, that's dumb.
I find this with all types of media, even like what we're doing right now. It comes off when you're doing it in person. It comes off cringe as fuck. It probably comes off cringe as fuck when you're listening to it too,
true.
a lot of times. But when it's delivered in a package, it doesn't come off necessarily that way. But I find that when you boil anything down to it, it's like sitting in a room, like writing down jokes. Is that funny? Let me think about it. A lot of professional comedians, they have entire teams. They have writers. People have meetings about jokes. That's fucking so cringe to me.
It is.
This is the most cringe thing ever, to think that, like, even like when you think about like Saturday Night Live, you got a bunch of people just sitting around the table brainstorming on a segment,
Say it
a
this
joke.
way, it's funnier. Say it that way, it's fun. It makes me want to vomit. Like, I literally, like,
I love that.
Dude, but it's so funny because, like, I feel like I should like try to at some point.
I feel like,
or
you
even just go to
myself,
open
too.
mic and mess around. Like, go up with nothing and just talk. And it's open mic. What's it matter? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna look terrible, but like, I feel like it's one of those things. It's the muscle memory. It's like improv, right? Except you need to have some sort of formulation to what you're saying.
Yeah.
And like, I feel if you're good at improv, you can be good at stand-up. You just have to hone that before you go up.
But then you're doing it, and there are comedians that do a more improv show.
And
There's
I would be good at that, but that takes practice.
like yeah, obviously, like there's like an entire thing with Dave Chappelle where he just like talks to the audience.
Yeah, he'll
entire
just
time.
sit down.
He's
Like,
like,
when
I didn't write any jokes for this motherfucker.
Yeah, when I went and saw him live years ago,
Yeah.
he was doing a taping and he did part of the taping, and then at some point he's like, "Well, that's fucked up. up. So he just like literally sat on the monitor.
Yeah.
And just literally talked to the audience and told stories and like whatever for the last like 30 minutes of the set.
Yeah, just up
And
there smoking
was,
cigarettes.
Still was funny as hell. And I feel like I'm funnier when I'm natural. I feel if I try to force it, I'm gonna be it's gonna be dumb.
I don't know if I could do that type of crowd work, man. Like I can definitely make jokes like on the fly, but I don't know if I could do that type of crowd work.
I mean, you don't know until you try, right?
That's true.
I mean, we're both good at improv. It's basically the same thing, except for you're working the crowd instead of working your partner. So
Whoa, excuse me?
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of improv you're doing.
So, anyways, next question. What makes you judge someone?
What makes me judge someone? This is a hard one because I tend to not be a judgmental person.
I will go first.
Go ahead.
I also tend not to be a judgmental person.
I
try
don't
to take
buy that for a second.
everybody like I try to take people at face value, even if like people are like, because I've had that happen at work. Like somebody's like, oh, like you're gonna take over this employee. They're hard to work with, or like whatever. I try to go into every interaction with people at like, what are you doing to me, right? But I will tell you straight up, and you know what? There's plenty of good people that probably do this, but it's hard for me not to judge someone who has a face tat.
I think we're thinking of two different arenas of the word judge, but I do agree with that.
Like if I see you with a face tat, part of me is like, you make bad decisions.
Yeah,
I mean, judgment, right?
Yeah, they are. Like, look, honestly, since the '90s, where like you saw the face tat become more popularized, it's become more common.
In this
to have like a little accent on your temple.
Oh, dude, and this comes from a man, me, who dyed my hair every color in the book, had wild haircuts, wore wild clothes.
You've got back tats.
Yeah, I got back. Back tats are normal.
I'm just saying, you have tattoos, and you're judging people who get tattoos,
right? And I did every color in the book, wild hair, all of it. So, like, I'm sure people looked at me when I was in high school and were like, that man is insane. And that's fine. But you know what? Like, when you do certain things, you have to expect people are going to judge you for it. Like, if I wore a clown suit out all the time, people are going to be like, why is this man wearing a clown suit? What kind of fucking problems does this boy have?
You're saying that people with face tattoos are the equivalent to people wearing clown outfits in public. Is insane.
Not necessarily.
You're saying they're related.
I mean, no.
They go to the same parties.
Not necessarily. Like, yeah.
No, it's funny.
But like,
though.
I don't judge someone
you.
who gets like the diamond on their teeth or has a grill. Like, I don't judge that.
I would say I judge people who commit crimes. Like,
okay.
Like, and I don't mean like stealing or even like fraud, like we were talking about before, but violent crimes. Like if you like
someone's gonna assault someone.
Yeah, like, and look, honestly, anybody who kind of like disrespects women, kind of like just like on a whim. Like that, I don't know. It's weird energy to me to just be like that disrespectful.
I will tell you, anyone who like, it's almost like bullying, but when you like, it's one thing to bully like a man bullying another man. If you see like a man like using his power and authority to like abuse a woman or a child, like that's just like dirty.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the rapists and pedophiles. Well, I'm sorry, we definitely judging you.
I mean, obviously that, but like, you know what I mean? Like, or you just see like a guy, like we've all seen it. Like, there was an example. We went out tubing the river one time, and that dude, like, him and his girlfriend were like fighting on the river, and he like grabbed her wrist, and was like, and I'm like,
I'm
like, oh my god, at home that dude probably hits her, and like I felt terrible because it's like, what are you supposed to do? You're on the river, and dude's just like, he's like, you that under the breath talk shit, like, damn, bro.
Yeah. If I see that type of act, that like I'm judging you. And like automatically, I want to hit you.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I think about hitting that type of. If I see that shit out in public, I think about hitting.
Likes to fight guy. I judge him. The guy who gets drunk and just looks for a reason to fight somebody. Like anyone. So you looking at me? Like, no, bro. I wasn't looking at you. What are you talking about,
Jonas? Like honestly, Jonas, I think you're being a little. I think you judge more than you think. I think you judge people.
I judge everyone.
I know.
I'm a liar. So I'm a hypocrite. Liar.
I mean, okay, honestly,
no.
If you're gonna be honest,
no.
This is get to know you.
I think what it is like I think you're absolutely. I think people judge way more than they do because a lot of it is like you don't even realize you're judging people.
Unless you do, but yes,
yeah.
Unless you do, but yes,
yeah.
And I try to stay out of that judgmental arena. I've often said that, like, I get on my mom all the time about gossiping because I tell her, you know, like, essentially, okay, look, man, look, I just don't think that gossiping is a good thing to have in your life.
No,
man.
no,
When you're
I
talking
do
bad
try
about
not to
other
do that,
people.
yeah.
I don't get off on other people getting hurt because of like, even if they do bad things, even though I've said stuff about, you know, like recent people who have passed away, I treat their death with the same reverence I did as the other 1,000 people that died today. That's what I stand on. So I try not to gossip. I try not to have that schadenfreude where I get that. I just try to keep my mind as pure about other human beings as possible, even though I know that other motherfuckers is out here moving different. Other people are out here judging me for who I am, judging you for who you are, judging other people for who they are. I take the moral high ground in my own mind, in my own body, in my own personality, where I do not have that in myself. I can definitely read a room. I can definitely read mannerisms and intent through that, but for the most part, I try not to judge. But you know, when you show me a Reddit video and you be like, look at this bitch doing this in the store, and then you're like, what a stupid bitch. Very common conversation that we would have in the living room.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You gonna tell me you've never said that before to me?
I've said that about lots of, but frame of reference. I'm not always talking about. I'm talking about could be a dude, a kid, whatever. I'm like, look at this asshole. Look at this.
Yeah, you can replace bitch with any other negative.
I try not to use the word bitch.
I'm gonna let you get that off. I'm gonna let you get it off. I'm not even gonna look. That's me and nice. But I just, you know, I try not to be judgmental of people because honestly, you don't really know what that person's mind state is at that point. I don't know what kind of upbringing they have, and when it comes to upbringing, there's nothing you can do about that. You brought up in whatever household you brought up in. I give people the benefit of the doubt, even though they don't deserve it. Now, I do fly off the handle pretty quick, but for the most part, I try to keep judgment out of my heart. I do.
There you go. All right. That's all the time we have for today's episode. Please make sure to like and subscribe for Jonas.
TNT.
We out.